Hi, I'm Roddy from the 10,000 Hours Experiment, and this video is to show you how to hit 180. Right, now I know everyone out there is a lot of people that want to hit 180, have dreamt of it, have even been that close, but they haven't hit it. And I'm going to show you a couple of little things that will get you the little edge to hit that 180, whether it's your first, your second, or your 1000th. I'm going to help you. So there's a few tips I've learned recently and I've known from doing the 10,000 Hours Experiment, and I've told them to a couple of people recently who've been trying to hit 180s and stuff like that and not quite got there, and they've made a massive difference, people hitting their first 180s. So I thought I'd share it with my channel, see what you guys think, and give it a try. Let me know how it goes. So this first tip number one is going to be when you hit the first one. So everyone knows with 180, I'm going to demonstrate for you. So everyone knows when you hit the first one in, you've got to really get the group in nice and tight. You can hit them so they're all over the place, but at the end of the day, you really want to try and get a nice tight group in. Now, how to do that? The easiest way is to start with the first one. So you're only going to hit 180 if you get the first one in. If you can't, don't worry about it. But the first one, doesn't matter where it goes, you want to try and aim kind of either a little bit further to the left if you're over here starting, a little bit further to the right over here. If you go here, don't panic. All you've got to do is you've got to just land on top of it. So you've just got to make sure when your point comes in, it either catches the top, and most of the time it runs down and doesn't hit below. That's the biggest thing to remember. But the key point to this is when you're throwing to try and hit 180. Once the first one goes in, this is the holy grail of 180s. I promise you, it will really help if you can get it down. So when you're throwing, make sure after you hit the first one, just relax your grip, and it's going to sound a bit odd, but just trust me. When you've relaxed your grip after you've hit the first one, it's got to be as relaxed as if you've got a tube of toothpaste in your hand and you was going to throw it. Imagine the lid's open, so you're going to throw basically with as light as if you're really not trying to let that toothpaste come out of the tube. That's how light you want to think of throwing it, because what will happen is your arm muscles will not tense up and they'll go in almost automatic mode. I mean, you've got to have been playing a little while first of all. You're not going to expect to hit one in the first day, but if you're hitting a 140, you can definitely hit a 180. So just literally keep, and even if you can hit 100, if you can hit one treble, then you've got a chance. So just make sure when you hit that first one goes in, bang. Don't get too excited. Just remember, toothpaste grip and relax. And then all of a sudden, just all you've got to do is follow through and they'll start to follow in, especially on the last one. If you get one in and then the other one goes in, just think of it as any other day. And I'm going to show you a drill in tip number 2. Tip number 2 is all about building up to that 180. If that first tip didn't work for you, you might be a bit further away from hitting one than you think. So, or you're going for a bit of a bad patch, you've got to get back to it. So this drill will really help get you closer to hitting that 180, or just we hit more hundreds, more 140s. So what you want to do, so take 3 darts, and as you're lining up, all you want to do is try to count as many trebles as you can hit. So if every time you'd hit one, you're just counting the trebles. Forget if it's a 140 or however many goes, you're just counting the treble 20s you can hit. Basically, that's all. So, and a nice way I like to do it is I get 3 points every time I hit a treble. So then what I do is I try and get 3 points every go. So if I'm hitting 1, then obviously you've passed that round. Then if you hit 2, you've passed 2 rounds. If you hit 3, you've passed 3 rounds. So then you work out your score at the end, how many you've actually done in, say, 50 throws, for example. Yeah, that's an easy way to do it. But what it does is, even if you're trying to aim for that one treble every time, it gets you really good at hitting the first dart in. And that is your key to getting 180s, because then all you've got to do is relax and follow it. So just to recap, so you're throwing into here just to try and get as many. What a really good idea to do it on as well is if you just try and get as many trebles as you can in a row, or as many trebles as you can in one throw. Forget the bit about hitting a 180 or a 140, because that is what does most people. They overthink the 180, they hit 2 and they think, oh no. If you're just trying to hit 3 in a row and trying to change the mindset a bit, even you could go to extreme. If you've got a real mental block and you keep missing every time and that first tip doesn't work for you, try and switch it round. So move your board like this, yeah, and try and hit 3 in that bed. You'll be amazed how easy you can do it. Then switch it back and then go back to it. Try them 2 things and let me know how it goes. So tip number 3, and the most important of all, other than the first one, because that first one, I promise you, tip number 1, if you just relax that hand and relax your wrist, they'll start to fly in and it will just get your grouping nice and tight, because your arm knows what it's doing. Muscle memory will after a while, it will know where it's going. So you just want to stop it from tensing up. But tip number 3 is all about mindset. So you've really, when you're hitting a 180 or even a big checkout, this will account for as well, you want to make sure you're not thinking about missing. I know if I do either try and do round the clock without missing, or if I try and hit a 180 or anything like that, as soon as you start to think about the result and what might happen or what might go wrong, straight away you're going to do that. If you think, oh, the 1 or all the 5, you're gonna fly wherever you think about. So think about what you want. Imagine hitting the 180. Imagine it just flying in nice and relaxed. Just really get that visual representation in your mind, and you'll be amazed how quickly the results are going to come for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm coming to you with more content as much as I possibly can. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, and also, yeah, follow me on Instagram, and please definitely tell me how you get on with the tips and throwing the 180s. I'd love to see some of your videos. Thanks guys.